I did know Sissy.
Who's Sissy?
It's been a long time. She was my mother's goddaughter.
Is she
Oh,
gone?
and then there was another Sissy that we used to camp with.
Is there one that's gone?
I don't know if she is or not.
Was there a drowning in that pond, or in that small lake?
Not that I know of.
Was that at a camp? Was there a pond or a lake there?
We used to camp with her at a lake, but nobody drowned.
There's a little boy who was. His parents stayed for 3 extra days with the police. They couldn't find his body. Does somebody else know?
I have an uncle who died in Lake Erie, and we had to stay 3 days to find his body.
So Common thrown it off the water, and he's coming through, and he's saying they stayed 3 days. I'm done. See ya. Was she a drinker? Who's the drinker? Was it
His
your-
brother, my other uncle.
Oh, okay, because when you said uncle, I could see that.
Yeah, he was. He was like that.
No, someone's, I swear I'm not acting, when I'm reading them, it's almost like somebody actually puts me in them, because it's not always the same thing, I don't always do that step, sometimes it's for, I actually feel like I'm walking like them, or I'm acting like them. And he like took me sideways, it was kinda weird. I feel like I'm slamming into people, and like, you know, like, I don't know if he's in a bar or not, but be like, you know, what's your problem, you know, and like, just being a menace.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Didn't. It's over now. He's saying it's over now. You can't do that here. He's like, I don't really want to, but you can't do that here. So he's gone.
My one uncle is, but
Yeah.
the drinkers are.
Okay. So is there? Oh, he went to prison.
He cleaned up before he
Who
got
went
in
to?
trouble.
Do you know someone who went to prison?
I know a few.
Yeah. Okay. So that, one had totally helped. The other one didn't. I'm very. Isn't that kind of? Did you ever shave their head as part of a bet?
No.
Do you know someone who shaved their head as losing a bet or part of a bet? Yeah, go my reading.
I don't know who you have, but my son was, I mean, he's here, but he was given $50 to shave his head because his hair was way down here, and
Okay, so it wasn't a bet, but I can see people
it was
getting in the
definitely a
shape.
bet, yeah.
Oh, it was a bet,
Yeah.
okay.
I bet you won't
Oh,
shave your head.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling that out of your brain. Did he? Was he small for his age, or was there another child that was small for their age? Yeah, okay, well, I'm just picking up stuff. You have, does somebody sleepwalk? You, okay. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel like I'm like, I did a reading for a family, and I heard their little daughter used to sleepwalk, and I'd be like, how far would she get? And maybe the front door would be open, and she'd just be standing in the front lawn sleeping.
Oh.
So they
Never
tied her
done
leg,
that.
they tied her leg to the bedpost, so she'd get to the door and it would wake her up. She said, the father said it'd be kind of weird, you know, tuck her in and then tie her ankle. Here, let me get your ankle. Did you, who had open heart surgery?
I did.
Maybe I'm getting that one, but it took longer than was expected. I feel like you're out in the waiting room going, hey, I wanna talk to somebody. Why aren't I talking to somebody? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Go get somebody. I wanna know it's taking too long. There's, one side is more difficult than the other. Does that make any sense? One side of the heart, one side was more difficult than the other, okay?
Could be.
Okay,
They had to go through one side to get the other.
so maybe it was difficult to go through one side, I can hear the doctor saying, there's too much blood in this one area, I need more suction. I know, now I need to be able to see, you need to hurry up.
Yeah.
I can see him pointing at a nurse, you need to hurry up. You died once? Or they had to stop your heart?
I don't know. I guess
Was that part of the procedure, or you wouldn't have expected to happen?
Wouldn't expect it, no.
Who do you know that died once?
You did have that procedure, Jim, that they stopped your heart.
Yeah, cause I can see them stopping the heart. Okay.
It's the procedure that he has, cause he has AFib, is it, and they stop your
Oh,
heart.
my
and,
brother
like,
had it, they had to
we-
shock him 5
Yeah,
times.
we started, but he's had it several times, and he's had surgery for it as well, so.
My brother couldn't get his heart rate down.
Yeah.
You know about this, Doc, right? And it took him 5 times, and I think the hospital shocked him and get it back to normal. You know somebody else? Who was murdered?
Wow. We had a little girl murdered right near us.
She's saying hi. I'm okay now. He hurt me.
Jesus Christ.
He hurt me bad.
Yeah.
I won't tell you what he did to me, but he pulled my arms out of the sockets. And he laughed.
Toby. Jacqueline. It's Jacqueline. Little girl.
He told me I will never, ever have a chance to get old.
Did you say
I'm
Toby?
doing you a favor.
Did you say 10? Oh. She was 10 years old. Listen to her.
Don't be sad. She keeps saying, don't be sad. Big smile.
She's saying anybody's with her? Is there anybody with her?
An older man. There's another child, he killed more people.
Not that we know of. Maybe.
He killed. He had his hand over my mouth. For most of the time. And he slapped me a couple times. And he laughed and said, I'm sure your parents have done that before. I don't wanna go through the whole thing, I don't wanna put you. She's saying I'm fine now. Took him a while to figure it out.
Oh, here.
She's saying, I was here, and I was like, are they gonna figure it out? I couldn't really read it, wasn't allowed to do that, but I followed it, she's saying. Is there a, I don't know the details, is there a pink dress? Is there a pink dress out there?
Her pajamas, I don't know what color they were.
Maybe they were pink. She
Took
showed
her
me.
pajamas up and put them in the washing machine and changed her.
Oh, okay.
You said something about her mouth.
Is there,
He covered her mouth. Yeah.
was there a fundraiser or a GoFundMe page for her? Or just, do you know if there was a fundraiser? Okay. It was all over the news?
Yeah.
She's saying, it was, or I'm picking up, it was all over the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was big in a small town.
I don't remember. He seemed very mad at me. I'm leaving, the hesitation is I'm leaving out a bunch of stuff that I really don't think you need to hear. But I'm picking up some of the stuff that I can say. And she's saying, he seemed really mad at me. He never seemed to smile the whole time. He was always angry. He seemed like just an angry person. And he seemed to take it out on me, and I didn't understand why. Because I was a nice girl. And she's saying, no, I can't say that. All right, well, that's nice that she came through. Is her, did her mom or anyone ever end up starting any type of group over her death? Do you know if she was the group of? I think I'm sitting in a circle with a bunch of parents who lost
Can I
kids.
talk? Are we allowed to
Yeah,
answer that?
yeah.
Well, the school she went to had a big thing about it,
Oh, okay, that must be it.
so.
Cause I feel like everyone's sitting in a big room or a big circle and talking about it. And I can actually see, also I can see like parents who lost other kids, lost kids. Hold on, wanted to, anyway. Is your father gone?
Both of ours.
He's, I didn't talk about much about being proud of my kids, and I should have. Does that make any sense? That wasn't me, that wasn't how I was. But it's definitely a fact, and I want you to tell my son that, if he can hear me. Was he a loud guy? Because in my head, I feel like I'm seeing the speakers turn way up. Was she laid to rest? Or cremated? Laid to rest?
Maybe.
Were you a pallbearer?
No.
Were the boys? Boys carry him as compared to just the funeral people?
Cousins.
Yeah, because he's saying the boys carried me. Almost dropped me. His hand slipped and I laughed.
I was gonna say that might be
Might be Scotia. My stepfather died also, and I was a pallbearer for him.
Yeah, this guy's saying you were a pallbearer for him.
Yeah, Scotia.
He almost slipped.
And we
What?
almost did so.
Well, he's validating that. How cool is that? Did he wear plaid jackets or shirts? Plaid?
Sometimes.
Is it flannel or just plaid shirts?
Oh,
Yeah.
Scotia.
He showed me that. Is there suspenders?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
He showed me the suspenders.
Get out of here, we're in trouble.
Are there any old coins?
yes. We just went through the state, actually.
Was there other metal objects like bronze or copper or bronze? Any statues or? Any reason I pick up a bronze collection of any kind?
What collection?
Bronze? Statues that came from Italy? Italy? Anything? No?
My father went to Italy, brought my mother back here, so.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Did he ever go to the Vatican? Maybe he's
Yeah.
see the Vatican?
Yeah.
Was there a father and son that worked in the same business, or were a father and son business?
Mhm.
All right. Is that you and your dad?
And other brother.
It was hard working with you because everyone wanted to be a chief.
Absolutely.
He's saying none of us wanted to give up the.
Control.
Yeah. You know, it'd be like, well, you know what? That's a good idea, but. And they would, you know, and then we all look at each other like, well, which idea are we gonna do? They sold it?
Just let it go.
Was it ever sold or sold to them?
Started it.
Could I be picking up the other guy? Was he involved in a business?
His parents, their grandparents started Niagara Valley Bank.
And I think they sold it
They
to,
sold it to.
I think I'm getting the other guy, he's still talking.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
will.
there's.